All right, so today we're going to talk about something pretty radical. What if the internet that we use every single day is, well, fundamentally flawed? And what if the real solution isn't to just patch it up, but to rebuild it completely? Not by the big tech companies, but from the ground up by people just like us. Let's dig in.
We tap, we swipe, we stream all day long, and we don't even think about it. It just works. But what if the very foundation of our digital lives is actually way more brittle than we think? That's the big question we're going to explore.
Okay, so to get there, we've got to start with the problem. The internet wasn't supposed to be this way. The original dream was all about decentralization. But that's not really where we ended up. And today, we're seeing some major cracks in a system that has become dangerously centralized.
I mean, just think about it. Almost everything we do online runs through just a handful of massive companies. This creates these huge single points of failure. Remember back in 2021 when one single AWS outage took down Netflix, Disney Plus, the whole shebang? That's the risk right there. And it also leads to higher costs, it stifles innovation inside these walled gardens, and it puts our personal data and even our freedom of speech at risk.
This quote, man, you can just feel the frustration, right? When a massive centralized platform fails, you're totally helpless. You have zero control. And it's that exact feeling that is pushing so many people to find and build a real alternative.
So, if the current model is broken, what's the answer? Well, it's not about just putting a bandage on the old system. It's about building an entirely new foundation. And that's where this idea of a global hyperfabric comes into play.
Yeah, I know. The name is a bit of a mouthful, but the concept behind it is incredibly powerful. A global hyperfabric is basically a new, much smarter layer for the internet. It's decentralized and it uses AI to handle all the complicated stuff behind the scenes. And the whole goal? An internet that's simply cheaper, faster, and way more secure for everybody.
And this slide really shows that core shift in thinking perfectly. We're moving from a few powerful owners to many, many individual contributors. So instead of relying on these huge, vulnerable, and expensive data centers owned by tech giants, the hyperfabric is powered by a distributed network of regular computers. And here's a great way to think about it. You know how AWS makes it super easy for Netflix to run its service without building its own servers? Well, a hyperfabric does the exact same thing, but for a decentralized internet. It makes it easy for anyone to build.
So you're probably asking, okay, but how does this actually work? Like, where does all this computing power come from? The answer is a really game-changing concept called DePIN, and that stands for Decentralized Physical Infrastructure. With DePIN, the network isn't sitting in some giant corporate-owned data center. Nope. It's built by thousands and thousands of individuals, people like you and me, who are all contributing a little piece of their own computer's power. It's an internet built and powered by its own users. And the best part is, getting involved is incredibly simple. You just install an application on your computer to run what's called a node. This lets you securely share the resources you aren't even using anyway, like a little bit of your internet bandwidth or your computer's processing power. And in return for helping power the network, you earn rewards. You literally become a part of the internet's backbone, and you get compensated for it. How cool is that?
And the whole system is built specifically to reward the people who power it. A full 50% of the network's daily token rewards go directly to the people running these nodes. This creates a really powerful economic engine that's actually built on participation, not just on a few big companies profiting at the top.
Okay, so we know what it is and we know how it works. But now for the big question, why does it matter? Who actually gets to benefit from this new model? Well, the cool thing is, this isn't just for the crypto diehards, not at all. Regular businesses can tap into it to get better security and lower costs, and they don't need a team of blockchain experts to do it. Other decentralized projects can use it to become even more powerful. And for all of us as users, it means more reliable, more secure apps, and something huge, true ownership and control of our own data. Ultimately, this is about way more than just technology. It's a real philosophical shift. It's not just about building a better network, it's about imagining a totally new kind of digital world. And this quote just gets right to the heart of it. The idea is to create communities that aren't defined by physical borders, but by a shared digital infrastructure that they own and control together. It's a truly powerful vision for what the internet could actually become.
So yeah, this isn't just about routing data more efficiently. This is about creating an internet where value is shared, where control is distributed, and where everyone can truly own a piece of the digital world they help to build. Community, contribution, and true ownership. That's the goal.
And that leaves us with one final and really exciting question to chew on. Once this infrastructure is truly open and it's owned by its users, what are we going to build with it? What new applications, what new communities, what new ideas are going to emerge when those old barriers finally come down? The possibilities, they are absolutely limitless. Thanks for watching.